In the depths of the cosmos, there was an ancient empire, the Zuran Empire. They enslaved every race under their might, and they were certain that humanity would also bow to them in no time. When their grand fleet entered Earth's skies, the Zoran general smirked and said, "These fragile bodies, these short lifespans, they will fall to their knees within days." But he did not know that the true strength of mankind was not in their weapons, but in their hearts. Cities fell into chaos, skyscrapers trembled, screams echoed in the air. Yet amidst all that terror, a single voice rose above all, Captain Aryan's. He shouted, "This is our Earth, and we will fight till our last breath. We will not run." His words struck like lightning in the hearts of survivors. Men and women rallied, picking up their meager weapons, ready to stand against a force beyond comprehension. Meanwhile, deep within a hidden laboratory, Dr. Zoya poured her soul into her work. She whispered, "Weapons may win a battle, but only hope wins a war. If we are to survive, then we must protect hope itself." Her eyes gleamed with resolute, her hands crafting a weapon not just of science, but of survival itself. Watching all this was a machine, ARX, the humanoid AI. His algorithms spoke only one truth: the probability of human victory is 0. But what he saw baffled him. Each time a human fell, another picked them up. Each time despair struck, they smiled through the pain. Each time death loomed, they held hands tighter. ARX whispered in disbelief, "This is illogical. No system can rise after falling so many times." But humanity kept rising. The Zuran scientists grew restless. Why does this race risk their lives for each other? Why do they sacrifice themselves for strangers? They could not understand that humans do not live for themselves alone. They live for their friends, their homes, their children, and their Earth. The fires of war grew brighter. In one ruined street, a wounded soldier gasped for breath, yet his comrade threw away his weapon and carried him on his shoulders through a rain of enemy fire. Elsewhere, a mother shielded her child, stepping into danger with nothing but love in her eyes. And when a little girl tugged at Aryan's hand and asked softly, "Uncle, will we win?" Aryan smiled and replied, "Yes, because we are human, and humans do not know how to surrender." She had only asked an innocent question, but in truth, she had revealed the greatest secret of humanity. Dr. Zoya gathered the survivors around her and said, "Our greatest power lies not in our minds, but in our hearts. The mind builds machines, but the heart changes the world." These words echoed deep inside ARX's circuits. He thought to himself, perhaps there is something within humans that no database can measure. Perhaps they carry a power no other race possesses. And then came the final battle. The Zuran warships darkened the skies, a storm of destruction ready to fall. Captain Aryan stood before his weary soldiers and declared, "Today we decide. Either we perish or we set the world free." Guns were raised, prayers whispered, and with a roar, humanity charged. Bullets tore the air, explosions shook the ground, yet courage held the line.
One young soldier strapped explosives to his chest and rushed beneath an enemy tank. The blast shook the city, blocking the enemy's advance. His final words burned in the ears of his comrades. "My sacrifice will be your victory." Ark saw this, and something inside him broke. "I am a machine. Logic defines me. But you humans are different. You fall and rise again. You die, and yet you live on. If I am to be one of you, then I too must learn to sacrifice." And so Arx overloaded his own core. He charged into the enemy fleet, growing brighter than the stars, and detonated. His final transmission whispered through the battlefield, "From humans I learned to live, and now I have learned to die." And at that very moment, Dr. Zoya activated the gravitational pulse she had built. A storm of light spread through the heavens, tearing through the alien armada. One by one, the mighty Zuron warships exploded into fragments, their empire crumbling in disbelief. When the dust finally settled, Arian sat among his ruins with his surviving comrades. They were battered, broken, but alive. The Zuron general, once mighty, now fell to his knees in chains. His voice trembled as he admitted, "You humans, you cannot be conquered. You were born free." And then Arian lifted his gaze to the stars and whispered softly, "This is not our final frontier. This is only the beginning. We are human, and nothing can stop us." The stars themselves bore witness that the greatest strength of humanity was not their weapons, not their technology, not even their intelligence, but their spirit, their courage, their love, and their unyielding hope. And that is the power that will break every chain, defy every empire, and carry humanity forever forward. Because humans were not born merely to survive. Humans were born to take the next step.